haters.
Hello.
So, there's already 2 people here. These 2 people are absolutely amazing. I don't know who they are, but they're beautiful. So anyway, I'm Stacy.
I'm Doug. This is Marital Hate.
This is Marital Hate. We don't hate each other, usually.
No.
Do you hate me today?
Today?
Yeah.
No. Today
I've
been all right. I'll let you.
Y'all, I just got out of the pool. I don't know what to do with myself.
You got out of the pool 2 hours ago. You had dinner.
Feel my hair.
Ample time.
Feel my hair.
It's like wet rope.
Wet rope. I swam with my sunglasses on, and then I took a shower with my sunglasses on. We should probably tell people who are new here.
Oh, right, because
those are fancy fucking birds back there. They're chatty.
You hear them.
We say all kinds of crazy shit. You'll laugh.
We meaning.
You'll laugh. You'll cry. You'll cringe. I thought we were gonna do the thing that we did last night.
No, that was tacky.
It was hilarious. I thought it was really cute. So anyway, we just talk about, like, we try to give a place to make everybody feel like they've got people that love them and care about them, and we do. And the thing that's really cool is our haters, which is what we call all you guys, are all becoming friends with each other and giving each other love and support, and it's fucking fantastic. And so far, I see Todd. There's 7 people
we're
here.
Spreading the love. There were 8, but somebody didn't like your wet hair.
Well, fuck them.
Wow.
So we would love to hear from you guys. If you're here, feel free to say hi. And I want to give a shout out to Kathy Worth. She has a little business that she does. I think it's really cute. At the top of the hour, I'm giving a shout out to Kathy.
It's a shout. We're down to 2 viewers. You went from 8 viewers to 2 viewers with your wet hair.
Okay, well, it's called Rugworthy.
Rugworthy. And
it's called Rugworthy, and she has a Facebook page, and she does latch hook. And there's some really cute ones. Like, you remember latch hook when you were a kid? You would buy it as like this grid, and you pull the things through. It makes like a little rug, or you can make a pillow or wall hanging or whatever. She made some really cute ones. I like the Buffalo Bills one. I thought it was really awesome. Anyway, shout out to Kathy, and I don't know, whenever we can support a local business, we will.
Yeah,
as a matter of fact, we're going to see our friends at Vitamin C Chiropractic.
Yes, we're
on Wednesday. Yes. We're going to get adjusted. At least I am. I don't know about Doug.
She's not bringing her stuff to adjust you.
That woman does not leave the house with her without her tap tappy. She walks up to strangers in the grocery store and is like, "Hey, you're misaligned. Let me fix you."
I think that's assault.
She doesn't really do that.
It's
she doesn't really assault people.
It's medical assault.
Blah, blah, blah.
Hey, is that a thing? Medical assault?
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. Remember when I went to the hospital and those fuckers stabbed me 87 fucking times and wouldn't let me off the fucking table, and I was sobbing my eyes out? Yay. Love it. We have a whole
Although they told me it was your fault. They said that was all her fault.
They're a bunch of fucking assholes. So anyway,
they didn't say that.
We okay.
Nice.
So we're here, and so as you may have noticed, we have a slightly different look. And I'm not just talking about my wet ass hair. I'm talking about our new platform. So there's a few people that made it yesterday. We did a Mother's Day. There's like 5 of us.
Yeah, about.
Wasn't a ton of people, but we really wanted to just support people who have a hard time on Mother's Day. I did more offline than we did online, but we were able to help people, and I had a really great Mother's Day because I felt good about what I was doing and bringing to the world and helping people.
Indeed.
And Doug did all the cooking for me, which was super sweet.
He did.
And got me chocolates and scratchers and just general white trash nonsense.
It was beautiful white trash Mother's Day. Nothing more, nothing less.
Yeah. And look at that. Both Todd and Lila are here.
Hello, Lila.
Amazing people that we love.
Hello, Todd.
I hope you had a wonderful Mother's Day,
yes,
Lila. We need to catch up soon.
And Todd, too. Todd can have.
He's a daddy.
Yeah, but he can have whatever he wants.
Good job.
He can have whatever he wants.
Good job, Todd. I just want to point out, I thought I was doing something super nice for Doug. I saw his headphones on the kitchen table, and they were knotted, like within an inch of their life. So I spent like 10 minutes unknotting them. Marital hate. Tell him what I did.
I had put a knot in there so that these frayed headphones wouldn't pull out from the wire. And yeah.
Sometimes when you try to do something else nice for your spouse, you fuck their shit up.
But I see
Probably ask. You should ask.
there's like a big copper wire. Maybe these headphones, these freebie headphones that came with
They
a
were
phone
free.
or
I
something.
bought them.
You bought these?
Yeah.
Oh, well, maybe it's time to buy another pair.
I have a hang.
But I had tried a knot so it wouldn't pull on the frayed wires, and I was just
And
gonna
I
use
sat
them
there
till
for
they
20 minutes unscrambling the knots, feeling like I was doing something
doing
productive.
more harm than good.
Yeah, well,
Just
sometimes that happens. Speaking of doing more harm than good, would you like to hear something interesting and medical that I recently learned?
harming. That you're clipping your nails on the podcast.
I had to because
No, you didn't have to.
no, I had to.
You could have just stuck your hand over there and waited an hour.
It's not that. It's that it's a ledge. It's like a
Ledge.
No, it's like a split down the middle because I'm so fucked up nutrition wise that my nails just
You
literally.
need to drink some milk.
I eat fucking all the yogurt in the goddamn world. Well, anyway, so something I learned between TikTok and my own problems with my bladder,
Oh,
which is always a fun thing to talk about.
Yeah.
Is that if you're having urinary problems, particularly if you're like having to like, you don't feel like you're completely going out, like it's not completely emptying your bladder in a healthy way. Oh, by the way, no marijuana today. I actually feel halfway decent, although right now my hip is starting to hurt.
Uh-oh.
So I may regret this, but that's not the point.
We may have to pause the show.
For drugs. We may have to pause for drugs. So anyway, if you're going to the bathroom, I don't know if this is true for men too, probably, that if you're going to the bathroom and you don't feel like everything is eliminating, don't push. This is not childbirth. You are not pooping. Do not push. It will fuck up you even more. I don't know if it's your bladder, your pelvic floor, or your muscles, or what. But the lady said to like either like rock forward or to, and it works. It works.
Maz, really? And then
I did it today. I was like, oh, I feel like I still have, like right now, I feel like I still have to go. But if I lean forward or breathe too much, I might pee myself. Won't be the first time. Won't be the last. Have you peed yourself?
not today.
No, but sometimes you'll get like a little dribble of pee on the front of your pajama bottoms. And I'm like,
Sometimes,
Doug
yeah.
peed himself.
Sometimes you don't know.
Pee.
It's dark. You don't know what's happening.
It's not dark.
I don't know.
You're just old.
Find me one guy that doesn't have a dribble every once in a while.
No matter how much you shake, no matter how much you dance, the last few drops go down your pants.
Oh well. I'm sure these people were thrilled with learning about pee dribbles and things like that nature.
Why do you have to throw shade? I was excited that I learned it. I don't share anything on the podcast that I'm not excited about. If I'm excited about it, somebody else can be excited about it. There is someone that is interested in absolutely everything you could possibly think of.
Oh, what do we thought of something really bizarre the other day, and we're probably there's probably a channel for that. I forget what it was. I'm sorry.
I don't know. I have an entire page of notes today. I don't know if you can see that, but I have an entire page of notes today. And I don't see how we're getting through it. But you had a couple of things, so I figured that we would.
I had a gratitude, and I had one other funny.
So gratitude at the end. You have one thing.
Yeah, that's all I have. But I have random comments, and you'll probably jog some memories and things like that. I did have something happen on the job front today that was just typical. Get up, email. Would like to have a phone interview. Tell me one's good. So I said, all right, whatever, what time is good? Here's my times. I get back. This job is located in Utah. Are you okay with that? And you would have to work in Utah. And I'm like,
no.
I guess I'm not having a call.
Although
today.
that said, our friend Nicole
is in Utah. Maybe she's in
Utah, and she's delightful. I don't think so.
Maybe we could do like a Cyrano de Bergerac thing where she goes and works, and I'm like, she has a headset, and I'm like, yeah, move.
They'd have to pay you a lot.
Make it 12-point font.
Mm-hmm.
Flush left.
No, because you could just do the work and send it to her. I don't know.
I forgot that we have that technology. I was using technology.
If you're going to be scamming people, you should work for the government. That's what they do.
I don't want to scam people. I want to give an honest day's work for an honest day's pay.
I know you do. That's why I said if you're going to scam people, make it the government. Speaking of
scamming
the government and the many failures that it has imparted upon us all. Y'all have heard me talking about Route 3A in Scituate and the accidents, standing before the Board of Selectmen twice. There was another accident there where a woman named Jenny was absolutely devastated. She's very fortunate to have her mom who is taking care of her. But it was horrific. There was another fucking accident today.
With injuries.
Injuries, ambulance, traffic all backed up. Not that the traffic fucking matters when we're talking about human life, but once again, they've done nothing. They have done nothing. There is blood on their hands once again. So I went on Situate Monthly, even though I don't live there anymore, and I told them that I haven't lived there in Situate since 2019, and I still care more about the town than the Board of Selectmen and SPD, because they could just be stopping every fucking car that's flying, and people think that it's like, oh, people are being too nice and letting people in, and that may account for some accidents, being too nice. But I think that the vast majority of the accidents are caused by people speeding, people being distracted, and people being fucking assholes. And so I think that they need to put a stop light at Man Lot.
At Man Lot. Actually, it was at Booth Hill.
That accident was at Booth Hill, but if you put the stop sign at Man Lot, it slows the traffic down.
Yes, indeed.
So
there's no reason there's not a light there.
Hell, put one in both spots for all I fucking care.
Police put a blinking yellow.
If it saves
50 yards down the street.
If it saves, what the fuck is a blinking yellow light going to do? If it saves one fucking life, I'll be happy. And then, of course, the town of Situate says, I believe it was at Booth Hill. The town is like, well, it's a state road, so we can't do anything. Are you fucking kidding me? The police department is right there. Put a fucking cruiser out there. Put the cruiser in the middle of the goddamn road. If it saves one fucking life, it's worth it. But, we don't care about it. If you can be damn sure, if the chief of police in the town of Situate or the Board of Selectmen, any one of their family members was hurt, the problem would be solved in 5 fucking minutes. But you know what? The government only cares about you when it's time for you to pay your fucking taxes.
I enjoy a good Stacey tirade. I'm sorry. I'm laughing.
I'm sorry that I care about
I'm laughing,
life.
but I shouldn't
sorry.
be laughing because you're very passionate about this and I respect
it. But I don't even live there and I care more than these people do. And people are like, oh, that's road trafficy enough. Dude, there's 2 lights. Like, you go to every other town, there's more lights there. Like, this is ridiculous. You know what? I don't care if it turns into fucking Framingham. You can have it not be strip malls. You don't have to put strip malls up. And I fucking like Framingham. It's a little congested for me. I wouldn't want to live there, but let's keep children alive. Let's children, young people, all people, adults. Like, let's keep everybody alive.
I'm wondering if they have the same problem down in Cohasset, like further down that road, because it's the same road and there's lights, enough lights there. But...
And if you're not from there, I realize that this is probably boring as fuck, but there's there's the North Situate. It's like a whole part of Situate, but you have to cross 3A to get to just about everywhere except Front Street. And the 3A they're just trying to kill you. It's like Frogger, but not. Like, when you're in your car, you feel like you're playing Frogger.
And you would have to go from the Shaws and Cohasset all the way to the high school before you got a light to.
But think about that, like, to
navigate around there. So,
and the intersection where the high school is a clusterfuck.
Yeah,
it's not as bad, but like, I don't know. Maybe we want to think when we route the traffic when you have teenage drivers and frazzled parents driving all around. Like, it just.
I used to have to cross that road every day, going to and from work, and sometimes I would go a different way because I didn't want to deal with.
A lot of people do. I mean, when I'm in town, I haven't been to Situate in a year and a half now, but I'll go like country way and like avoid stuff like Beaver Dam.
Yeah.
Avoid 3A if I can, because people suck. But I can't avoid Man Lot because one of my closest friends lives there and she's a delight. And she has lived there a million years. Incidentally, Man Lot Road. What movie was it that was filmed there?
Oh,
fuck, it was a horror movie.
The possessed kid or something was.
No, it wasn't a possessed kid.
It was filmed at the cemetery.
But
there was a monster down the basement. That was there was like a monster thing.
Filmed. I'm gonna tell you what movie it is in a second. You talk about something.
It was a horror movie, and it was filmed in Situate in probably.
It's one of the Italians. It's
an Italian horror film. That's how you know quality goes in.
Situate, Massachusetts.
Movies
filmed in House by the Cemetery.
Yes,
which is widely regarded as fucking fantastic. It was Lucio Fulci, which is one of the Italians, and their horror movies are off the chain. They're fantastic.
It's next to the cemetery where local TV personality Major Mudd is buried. So Major Mudd. He was a kids show host, and he was Major Mudd, and I think he was like a spaceman, like kind of around the time of the space race kind of a thing. But he was like a local, hosted like a local kid show, like a bozo show,
like like
They had Major
Bozo's Big
Mud,
Top.
and then they had
Does anybody
Rex
remember
Trailer.
Bozo's Big Top? That show was fucking amazing.
Mm.
Ooh, I don't know who Pamela is, but welcome.
Well, good
We're glad
evening.
for you, and
Thank
we're glad
you.
for our friend Anne.
Well,
I like the ticket tape and that your names are listed. Great going, guys. We're making progress.
yes, we're operating on our new sort of platform tonight. So we're going out live to a bunch of different platforms. We have our little names are up there. We have our logo up in the corner over my head, and here. It's opposite for us. Whoop,
Here,
there it is, right
there's
there.
our
I'm gonna
logo, Marital Hate.
Squish it with my fingers.
And we have a ticker tape that shows us our socials. P.S. If you tell us your socials or follow us on socials, we'll follow you back.
Yeah,
we'll follow you back,
and we'll creep on you, and we'll make fun of you on this show.
We might. No, we
No.
won't. Actually, speaking of people that watch the show that make me super happy, I talked to Uriel. Remember Uriel?
Yes.
Okay, so Uriel, Uriel Bork, check him out on YouTube and Spotify. He has some music that's really different, like not something you're going to hear every day, like nothing I've ever heard before.
No.
And he sings in French, and it's really beautiful. And so Uriel connected with us through YouTube, and he and I have become friendly. We like little message each other back and forth. And so he has this story he tells me, and I got to tell you, it's so funny.
Bring it.
Okay, so apparently Uriel was helping somebody with like a recital or like a production of some sort, like a
as
play
good musicians should.
Yeah, I don't whatever. He was helping with it, and he's doing like the lighting and stuff. And so he goes, the one of the people there is like, hey, can you use a black light? And he's like, yeah, I guess. And he's like, black light. So like for like trippy stuff, like, glow in the dark, whatever effects. Like, okay. Apparently when this person said that they meant a black light, what they meant was a light that makes the room completely black. People are fucking stupid.
There was a day probably in around, I don't know, second grade or something.
Yeah.
Where I think we learned about how essentially how light works.
Well, can you explain it? You went to art school. Come on, tell us.
It would take hours. My advanced knowledge of light behavior.
Darkness is the absence of.
Darkness is the absence of light.
Thank you. Uriel, thanks you.
And black is the absence of color.
You know what, Uriel, and I don't know if you're commenting or what, but I would love how the fuck you explain that to them. Like you were just like, you're fucking stupid, or did you like muster it up and go?
If I were Uriel, I would say,
like, did you just sit there like this for a while? Like,
I would ask him what time it was, and then just tell him how many hours they'd have to wait for that effect to come in via Amazon delivery, and the sun goes down.
But herein lies the problem. Sometimes when you go to these recitals, and when I think of recitals and performances, the first place my mind goes is to the kids.
Yes.
And not for nothing, but some of these schools have some state-of-the-art equipment. The shit at the Scituate High School, I haven't been to any high schools down here, but the one at Scituate High School and Hingham High School, it's like, it might as well be, what's the place that we go to that we saw Dwight Yoakam?
Barbara B. Mann.
It might as well be Barbara Mann. It might as well be a performing arts center. Like, they're fucking phenomenal, and they have everything that you could possibly ask for and then some. And but like, you can't, when you go to one of those things, you're never going to get it to be pitch black because every fucking idiot is looking at their phone. And I may have known some people that couldn't go to their kid's fucking recital without looking at their phone every 5 minutes. They're not in the room. I'm not married to them. At least not now. I think that that's a good sign. Somebody's a piece of shit because they can't sit through a presentation of their child without staring at their phone. Yeah, everybody's addicted to their fucking phone.
Actually, it was pretty funny. I've been listening to a podcast from the former folks of Saturday Night Live, and they say like now all the actors will rehearse a scene, and then when they say cut and wait for scenery to be adjusted, they're all on their phones, and then they go back. So there's not that camaraderie that they used to have in the old days.
Well, that's the whole problem in the world around us. As a matter of fact, I got into this with Gautam the other day. So my on Mother's Day, I got so many amazing phone calls, and one of them was from my friend Gautam, and Gautam is Indian. And we talk about everything. We joke about everything. He's one of my favorite people on the planet, and his whole family, like, I fucking love all of them. They're absolutely amazing. And anyway, he, what did he say to me? Oh, when you're popping things, you're having your television static. He said to me that he's been back to India. Of course, his parents just went back. I hope they got there safely. Oh my God. He it was my hair falling in my face for those of you who can't see. He got him oh, I know how we know Pam. Isn't that Pam from Southwest Florida? New Englanders from Southwest Florida. I think.
Oh yeah.
Anyway,
we don't know last names, Pam.
we don't even know our own names half the freaking time.
Oh, I know my name.
So he was telling me, he's like, what is missing? He said with an accent, he's like, what is missing from the West is there's no spirituality anymore. I don't care about your religion, just be spiritual. And he was right. He was fucking right. And I agree with him completely. And it's funny because he has family that's coming over from India. And I'm like, well, they're going to visit. But like, I'm like, I don't know if this is the time that I would be coming to the US.
Why?
I'd be going to other places. I don't know what other places, but I'm not really happy about a lot of things that are happening in our country right now.
They're coming for a visit.
No, she got a green card.
Oh, they're moving.
Oh, moving. I don't know where they're going to be, but anyway.
I've never been to India, but I have been to Gautam's house, and it's pretty nice there.
I really would love to go to the ashram in India, and we have a place to stay for free, and like it's amazing, but the flights are like $1,000, and
it takes like 4 weeks.
I'm not super healthy, so. But if I ever got healthy, that would totally be on my bucket list.
Although one thing I noticed tonight that you have not taken your medicine, and you're not you're in pain, but not like house loads of pain. And I think the people are getting a dose of regular Stacey.
I'm going to tell you right now, I'm in agonizing pain. I was just about to ask you to go in and get my cannabis oil, so I don't know what you're talking about.
You're chitty chat.
I'm chatty. This is me chatty, but I'm in a lot of pain, and it's my buttocks, my tailbone. Oh. These chairs fucking suck. Thank you. Although chairs in general seem to suck.
They are padded, however. I'm not making her sit on a bench.
Have you ever? Yeah, they're padded. They're just crappy. What would you say, like, if you had like what's the expression that you would use if you had like a conversation with someone, but like, say somebody's talking to you about something and they're not being direct? What kind of phrases could you use to describe that?
Like they're not
like they're tiptoeing around
it. Tiptoeing.
What's the expression that people use that you're pussy?
They're pussyfooting.
Yeah. Okay. So I read something today about how this guy thought it was pussy farting and said it on a corporate, like no, he tried to say pussy. He tried to say pussy footing, and he said pussy farting, and I just thought that was the funniest thing.
That's awesome.
It depends on so someone's asking the question, why am I the only one I see chatting? It only shows one live. And Stacey, you mentioned a couple of other people here. It's not a technical issue. What it is that we can see the chat from every source. So this is cast out to my personal page, to Marital Hate, and to Doug's page, and to YouTube, and to Twitter. So we can see every single comment that every person makes. And so we're sharing it with you. And we're, I don't know.
So, so beating around the bush is also a euphemism for pussy farting or pussy footing.
So he would have said beating off on the bush.
Beating
off on the bush.
So
Jeez, honey, wait.
I had a former manager that sometimes when he couldn't find a word for something, he said, like the hoo-ha. And then
a hoo-ha generally refers to a vaginal part.
Well, yeah, and we worked with pretty much all women, and so after he left the room, someone just in the quiet said, "Doesn't hoo-ha mean vagina?" And we just all lost it.
Can you tell me who in the company said that?
Yeah, I can write it down.
There you go, write it down.
Sorry, but anyway, but he didn't, he didn't mean anything by it. It was fine, but
that's hilarious.
But yeah, it was just one of those things that like any I'm sure I say stuff that's weird, but it was just that incident was, and so every time after that, when he said, "Oh, we're gonna do a banner, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do a hoo-ha," all the hoo-has, whatever, and we're like school kids. It's very funny. So hoo-ha, that's your euphemism for the day.
I have a note here that says pussy something, and I don't know what it means. So I was having a different pussy reference, but I don't know what it was. Pussy Turkish?
In lending? Pussy and lending?
Pussy I don't fucking know.
I don't know.
Maybe they were onto something in Catholic school and they made me do remedial handwriting.
I can't read
I should have been a doctor, baby. I will say this. Okay, so Doug and I have been doing Wim Hof.
Wim Hof.
So we've been
doing a Dutch man who holds his breath for hours.
So what you do is, and actually it's so funny because Gotham was like, oh, that's the prana breathing. I don't know if that's the prana breathing, but because there's different types of breathing things. Like there's one that you go in.
Yeah, I don't
and
like
then
that.
out the other nostril. You're supposed to go, I think it's Chris Longman taught me. Actually, she liked to post today. I can't, my nose ring gets in my hand. Okay. So where you would go.
It's unprofessional.
You would go, oh, my nose is like a little stuffy.
I have a deviated septum. I can't do that. I would die. See?
Anyway, there's all kinds of, but Gotham does it like this. So I don't know. I like, who do you listen to? Like
America. He's doing this.
The nice pastor lady who teaches yoga on the side, or the Indian guy. I think when it comes to breath work, you got to talk to the Indian guy that's an engineer at GE.
He might just be pulling your leg though. I've been with that guy, and he's.
Dude, I don't know. It's pretty racist of me to say this, but whenever a brown person with an accent tells me something, I listen.
I'm telling you, anybody with an accent makes them.
I love it.
Well, there's a few American accents make you sound not so smart, but then the good accents.
No, I like all accents. If you have an accent, please talk to me. I love your accent. It's so
really
cute.
Like a Worcester accent. You like?
I fucking love all of them. I love all accents. Yeah. I love all accents, and to the point where we got to get Mick Griffin on. So Mick Griffin was my boss when I worked for this Polish company. He's British, and it was a Polish company, so obviously most people are Poles. And then of course, a lot of people from around the world. It's a global company, and so every time I would talk to somebody, it could be like the CEO of like GoDaddy. I'll be like, "Oh my god, I love your accent," and yeah, they find I find that me being me is kind of disarming for people, and usually it just, I don't know, like we have a good time. I was also super hot back then.
You're super hot now.
Well, thank you. But I was like super hot back then, so I think I could get away with a little bit more work now, but now I just don't give a fuck. So there's that. I really do need that oil. Not to be like, oh, can you go get that, please? But
I'm gonna watch his back, so don't say anything bad.
You haven't watched a podcast back.
I live the podcast.
Okay. So anyway, we've been doing Wim Hof, and it's the breathing. You go fully in, fully out. So circular breathing over and over and over again. So you do 30 of those. You hold your breath for anywhere between 30 seconds to 2 minutes. We're still working on it. Anyway, one of the things that what you do is after you've done the circular breath, there's this like whole thing where you're supposed to like hold your breath for all this time. And so we've been working really hard on it, but like, I don't know, what's the most you've been able to hold your breath for so far in the Wim Hofing?
A little over a minute, maybe a minute 20, something like that.
A minute 20.
I don't know. I got, yeah.
So
somewhere around there.
But our average is what, 45 seconds?
One day I did 55. I was like, holy crap, couldn't believe it. But I have gone over a minute since then. So I don't know how much.
Okay. Well, the point is that the fucking marine iguana can hold its breath for 45 minutes.
The marine iguana can stop its heart so that sharks can't detect them in the water.
Yeah, that was the whole thing.
Crazy.
It's crazy. Me doing drugs on national.
Actually, there was a great.
What do you call it when it's a podcast? National podcasting?
I don't think it counts.
Sorry, kids, this is going to kick in way after the podcast, but it'll keep me from killing myself tonight, so that'll be fun.
In speaking of iguana, well, it was actually looked like a monitor, like a big monitor lizard, yeah, and it was dead. And somebody posted a picture of it on Cape Coral, and it said this nasty thing was in the parking lot or whatever. And so this is Florida for you. First comment: nothing God created is nasty.
Aww.
And then the second one was,
I know some people that are nasty.
Have you ever heard of Joe Biden? Ooh. That was the second one. So then, I don't disagree with that. The next person actually defended Joe Biden, but I'm surprised there wasn't like some sort of.
Did you see the news today?
No, I didn't see any news today. I don't know anything about anything.
Well, if you just start throwing Biden around, you might not want to talk about things.
I'm
just saying.
All I said is that somebody denigrated him, and then I said, well, somebody defended him after that because of whatever reason.
I don't really see how. But
how do you go from lizard, right? I can see lizard to God creature, whatever, but I can't see lizard to God creature to Joe Biden. Like I don't know how people make that.
You would say the same if it were Trump. You'd be like, oh,
I'm not gonna see. I don't know who sees a dead lizard and says Joe Biden or dead lizard Donald Trump. Like I don't.
They didn't say dead lizard Donald Trump. You're missing the step there. Nothing God created is
is nasty.
Is nasty. And so
So-
this person is saying, actually, God created some
Right.
nasty things. Are you missing that step?
Yeah, I don't.
It's not like it was
Yeah,
like
but
train derailed. There was a step in between. It made sense.
Yeah, but still, I mean, I think somebody's looking, like everybody on on these Facebook groups look for reasons to either turn things political or
maybe they're looking for
throw
a
a
way
view
to
out there.
express. Maybe they're looking for a way to express their feelings about the current administration.
Maybe they should have keep their feelings to their fucking self and let me enjoy the dead lizard.
Okay, first of all, how do you
Just
enjoy
trying to
a dead
enjoy it.
lizard? Second of all,
Just trying to enjoy and let dead
second
lizard.
of all,
be
why
done.
is your opinion or your feelings more valid than anyone else's? Like, you have a podcast where you talk for 2 hours every night. They can't fucking write one comment on the internet.
No, I just thought it was. How do you go from lizard to God to
Well,
Biden?
I
don't know.
explained it
Like,
to you.
People are just
I
looking
explained
for a
it to you.
reason to denigrate somebody.
I explained it to you.
Okay.
I'm not going to talk about that one. That's going to take too long. So anyway, the other Wim Hof thing was, so he talks about ice baths, and you could do cold showers, which I used to do when we lived in Massachusetts, but we don't really get cold water here because it's Florida and we live in Southwest Florida.
It's like hot.
So one thing that you can do, and it doesn't cost you any money, is to get a bowl, like a pretty big bowl, like a puke bowl.
Like a face bowl.
Well, not a face bowl.
Big as your
But
head.
nobody would know. Okay, but I was saying like a puke bowl, like a bowl that you would use to puke in because it's big. So, wash the puke out, put a little water in, put it in the freezer overnight. So you're to put like this much water. And in the morning, you're going to put water in it, and you're going to put your face in the water for as long as you can, and then do it again and do it again. And it will drop your core temperature. So it helps tremendously because most of your heat is retained in your head. It'll drop your body temperature and activate your vagus nerve.
Vegas.
It's very important. Actually, I have big issues with my vagus nerve. It just doesn't do shit. And my lymphatic system, that doesn't do shit either. And I once again have titties in my armpits.
Does your vagus nerve, whatever happens in your vagus nerve, stay in your vagus nerve?
In my case, yes. And that's not a good thing.
What is your vagus nerve's function?
I don't really know. But I just know that nothing's working right in my body. We look it up, I guess, but I can't do it because my computer is closed.
I can do it.
Go crazy.
Vegas.
Happiness. Okay, so today one of the things that I was doing is looking for. I try to put like an inspirational post to promote the group. So I run two groups: Zen AF and RX for Laughter. You are welcome to join them both. My goal was to, help people feel a little bit of peace and make people laugh, like to make people feel better, especially because so many of my friends are in the chronic illness community. And so what I do is I make a post to promote the group. And then I share the funny one in the RX group, and I share the inspirational one in the Zen group. So I'm kind of multitasking. I'm doing both of my groups, promoting this group, helping people to feel like, these people, most of the people have chronic illnesses, invite them to a place that'll make them feel a little less lonely, include them in things, maybe make them feel like a part of the world, because you feel really isolated when you're homesick. And so I was trying to find a Monday one, like a Monday specific.
Yeah. And
they were all like, oh, Mondays are the worst. Mondays are this, Mondays are that. And if you go into your fucking Monday with that, like, there's not enough coffee in the world for a Monday, or somebody has got a case of the Mondays, or whatever the fucking crap you say. By the way, definitely not high. This is just what you're getting. It'll be an hour before that shit kicks in.
So stay tuned, folks. It's going to get
I don't know.
good.
It might get good. It might not. So the point is that it's hard to find something that's positive about Monday. So I actually did find something. I don't know if you saw it today, but I'd like to read it to you guys because I thought it was pretty good. And you were going to tell us what the vagus nerve.
Oh, vagus nerve.
So while I pull that up.
Yes. The vagus nerve is responsible for the regulation of internal organ functions such as digestion, heart rate, and respiratory rate, as well as a vasomotor activity in certain reflex actions such as coughing, sneezing, swallowing, and vomiting.
So if you have dysautonomia like me, these are all problems that you have. And perhaps it's vagus nerve dysfunction. We have to activate our vagus nerve. What? What?
Should I get like little paddles?
Well, kind of. I mean, I was having chest pains that were so bad. I thought I was having daily heart attacks. I never got checked out because fuck that. I was hoping to die anyway. I'm doing a little bit better right now, but I have problems. Digestion is a major issue. I did not poop today, in case anybody wants to know. I did yesterday though. I was on the phone with Jen. or texting her. But anyway, back to my shark point. So anyway, if you're having any of those health issues, you might want to look at stimulating your vagus nerve. And again, one way to do that is ice baths. And I think that the breath work helps too. And the breath work helps with your lymphatic system. So if you have a chronic illness and you're broke, which most of us are, or you just want to be healthier, give it a shot. What do you have to lose? A little breathing? What do we spend a day? 11 minutes a day breathing?
8 to 11 minutes a day. Yeah.
No, it's 11.
Although today I was starting to laugh because I imitate the guy like all day. Okay, give it all you've got, and all this stuff. Here we go. And I'll say that like throughout the day, and it's funny. But then when you're trying to breathe and laugh at the same time because the guy's saying it on the thing.
Yeah, and so that we'll try to remember to link. Actually, we probably could do that somehow. But
we could actually show the video in a little window if we wanted to. Do what your body is capable of doing.
I don't know what my body is not capable of much. But the point is, you can do Wim Hof breath work. You could put your face in an ice bowl. You can meditate. These are all things that you can do that are free that make a tremendous difference. Another thing that you can do is and this is for everyone, think about your words. So if you're going into Monday with, oh, it's Monday, you're going to have a fucking shit day. If you go into it like, hell yeah, it's Monday, we're going to get it. You're going to have a way better day. You're going to have a productive day. You're going to feel good about, better about life. And, one of the core, it's actually kind of been a problem. So one of the core values that Doug and I built our relationship on and our marriage is that happiness is a choice. We choose to be happy no matter what's happening to us. Some people have trouble with that. Some people will dig their heels and defend their negative thinking and talk. And when they do that, I sleep in the fucking guest room because I can't even be near it. Like, I'm like, I can't be around you right now. And it doesn't happen a lot, but it's been a problem in the past and it's been a lot better lately. So good job. Good job.
Thank you.
So
it's my vagus nerve. I blame it all on that. It's a scapegoat nerve.
I'm going to punch you in the vagus nerve.
I actually was looking. I don't know where it is.
It's like here.
There?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anyway, vagus nerve, just something to think about. I don't know, like I talked to a woman this weekend who was just completely like a complete mess. And, she was just like, I have this wrong and I have that wrong. And I'm like, girl, I have, not to discredit her problems, but like her problems compared to what I'm dealing with weren't that big. And I'm like, but she was just hysterical. And I'm like, you can do something about this. Let's talk about it. You can do blah, 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 blah. And I think that the problem is when you have a chronic illness and you've been trying to get help through the Western medicine system, you think the only way you're going to get help is if you go to a doctor and the doctor is going to give you a prescription or order some tests that can give you some answers. So I'm saying there are certain things we can all do, all of us, to improve our health. Making sure we're getting enough sleep, the mind-body connection, exercise, whatever. And those things help everyone. So if you're changing your thoughts, you're doing your breath work, you're doing some meditation, doing affirmations. That's what I do. You spend time outside. Those things add up. And if you think about the way you're talking to yourself, it adds up. You do your affirmations. Like, there is hope. There's so much that you can do for yourself, and you should fucking do it because you deserve to. And that's pretty much my thing with that. I don't know.
That's a rant. That was a good rant.
I've had 2 rants so far tonight.
The Monday rant?
Yeah.
Vegas nerve rant?
Well, I don't know. Do you have something?
Route 3A rant. The one thing I had that I saw today, and I know this is probably a dumb thing to say, but there's a professor that's living under the water, and he's trying to break the record for living underwater.
Oh, this is the guy in Florida.
Yes, without a pressurized thing. He's down off the Keys somewhere. He's trying to go for 100 days. Well, he's down there. I think it was like his birthday or something. Or his birthday is when he's trying to come up.
Right. Can I go hang out with him?
Yes, you can go to. It's a scuba divers like thing. So he goes down there. So they listed what he was doing today, and what's the one thing you probably wouldn't want to do in a sealed underwater environment?
Fart.
Well, you probably have to do that, but like, what's the one thing you could avoid doing in a sealed underwater environment? Cook salmon in a microwave.
Why would you?
The guy cooks salmon in a microwave.
You shouldn't cook
smelling
salmon
up the whole place.
I don't know if that smells the whole place, but you shouldn't cook salmon in a microwave. That's terrible.
Yeah, but you're under the water and you can't see different things. But you're under the water. Don't cook salmon. That's the only air you got.
That's all.
I'm sure,
Did he say if it smelled?
No, he didn't say if it smells. But I lost my crap when he was like, oh, "How smart is this professor if he's making salmon in a microwave
I'm more concerned
underwater?"
about the fact that I don't care if it's making.
And how's the does the microwave get down there?
Probably when they sank it.
Well, maybe
They put it in a dry bag. Who the fuck knows? All I know is this. The problem is not that he's underwater. It's that he's microwaving salmon.
Yes.
Microwaving your food reduces the nutrients, and it's not how you fucking cook salmon. Grill that shit.
Does he have a grill underwater?
I don't know what the fuck
He's
kind of
burn a hole in the
cooking
thing.
implements he has, but a microwave is not a healthy
he's
one.
30 feet down.
They couldn't give him a little inversion plate and a cast iron pan.
I don't know what they can do down there, but they got to do better than a microwave and some salmon. Holy crap!
Well, where's the salmon coming from?
I don't know.
Is it Atlantic
a
salmon?
river?
North Atlantic salmon?
I don't think there's.
I don't know what the fuck. You have to be really careful. Do not buy farm raised salmon. It's not good for you. They put pink shit in it.
They feed it orange pellets.
Wild caught salmon. That's what you want. They have it at Costco. Costco has some nice cuts.
Well, Costco does have, and Trader Joe's will have
cheap.
the coho salmon, which is good. And actually, that was the thing on tuna the other day, and it said it was wild caught tuna. And I was thinking to myself, tuna are pretty big. Can you actually farm tuna? And I guess recently they've come up with ways to farm tuna.
Don't eat farm raised fish. It's not healthy.
But you've seen a tuna; it's gigantic. How big of a farm would you have to make that?
I don't know.
So, anyways, don't microwave salmon. Don't microwave tuna. Pretty much any fish should stay out of the microwave. Thank you. This has been a public service announcement.
Listen, our pal Jeff agrees that microwave salmon is sacrilege, and our pal Charlie thinks that sushi underwater would be better.
Well,
and you could just get it. You could just be like,
yeah, you just reach out.
I would just like to state that for somebody who doesn't want their arm fat to be waving for national television, I'm like, or podcastism. What do you call it when you talk on a podcast? It's like
podcasting.
Everyone knows about it. So anyway,
PC.
I'm gesture-y.
Yeah.
I'm gesture-ly.
Gesture-ly.
Is that a word? Gesture-ly?
Gesture and intense.
Anyway, I gesture from time to time. And
yeah, she does. She makes sign language.
I've been swimming and still with the flappy. What are you gonna do? I'm doing my best. I really am. I did yoga today, and
you know what I should do is hit you with the hair dryer, like that window film that you use to insulate your windows.
You think it'll shrink up my fat?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
No, but they have found that ice baths shrink your fat. It's the best way to get rid of brown fat.
Money making idea.
Fucking Wim Hof, motherfucker.
Window film that goes on you, and then you spray it, and it shrinks, making you look skinnier than you are. It's like a Spanx, but it's all over. Yeah. So it's good, and it's good for STDs, preventing STDs, because it's like a barrier. It's money making idea of the day. Nobody take it. I'm writing it down. You heard it here first.
He's not going to do anything with it. Go fucking crazy. Okay. I don't know. Today it is 8:44. I have
on May 15th.
Oh fuck! I wanted to bring this book out here.
We didn't bring the book.
I'll have to bring that out tomorrow. I am reading new book, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. I had started it and now I'm finishing it. It's all yay thick. I'm about yay in.
What's the guy's name? Napoleon what?
Napoleon Hill.
He's Napoleon Dynamite's cousin.
Okay. Why would they have the same first name as their cousins?
Don't ask me. I'm not their cousin.
I read something interesting about it. Oh, borrowing owls.
Borrowing owl time.
Sorry, guys. I'm in a lot of pain. Borrowing owls. One thing that I think it was Jordan Peterson, but it could have been any one of these therapists. I saw it. It was really interesting. They said that the reason children get all rebellious when they're in their teens is because that is the age where they are the most fertile. And it's an evolutionary trait, this rebellion that occurs, so that they don't fuck their own family. It's to reduce incest because they're horny.
Oh, they have to go to a different village.
Or they have to rebel against their parents.
I heard.
But the interesting thing about it, I rolled on my skirt. My tailbone is killing me.
This is it's a Monday. Oh, it's that bad Monday.
We don't do that.
Sorry.
Happiness is a choice, you fucker.
It's good comedy
So
right there,
anyway,
people. It's called follow through.
Oh my God, you're making me fall off the tracks. So the other thing that they talked about was how at that age, children are rebelling from their parents, but they will listen to anyone but their parents, and they are looking for direction. So it's really important to surround them with folks who are positive influences. Because, you know, as many people have observed, perhaps at that age, negative influences come into their lives and kids start to make really fucking bad decisions. And so, not that I haven't made bad decisions. I certainly made bad decisions at that age. I got married at 18. I do not advise that as a strategy. Yeah, no, this is my...
Because when she was 8, no, never mind.
When I was 18, you were 28.
Yeah, that would have been... Well, I guess that would have been all right. Although I just saw somebody married somebody, I think it was 40 years difference.
I don't have a problem with the 40-year age
she looked
difference,
12.
but it's all about like
good.
Emotional maturity. And I will say that as much as I was a fucking idiot at that age, I had been through a tremendous amount. So, I mean, my husband at the time was 5 years older than me. That didn't go the way I wanted to, but here we go. So what was it? The whole topic here? So spirituality. So have positive influences on your kids' lives that are outside of you and your spouse. Have, and I've actually been really lucky in this case because all of the kids that hung out at our house still call, and many of them still show up. And so, as a matter of fact, I gave one of them advice today on how to handle a situation. And my stepson, and it's actually really great because my stepson, Nolan, he and I are pals, and we chat all the time. And so, you know, I just try to encourage him to, you know, he needs to live his life and do his thing. And, you know, to learn to set boundaries with people, because healthy boundaries make healthy relationships, that kind of thing. And like, I talked to him about how you have to treat people with respect, even if you disagree with them, and like, you know, reaching his own goals and enjoying his life and doing the fun stuff that he wants to do. I just want to encourage him. I'm kind of lucky because I get to be a stepmom, and, you know, they might not listen to their parents, but they're going to listen to somebody else. And I'm not really a parent.
Well, I got to lay down the hammer.
Please, what hammer are you going to lay down? The closest thing to laying down the hammer you're going to get is putting on some fucking parachute pants or hammer pants and going, whoa.
Although I do have my grandmother's hammer. And I don't.
Is that the same hammer you posed with Donna with?
It may have been, yeah. Anyways,
have a hammer
it's
story.
a very, 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 very old hammer. My grandmother used it. My dad used it. I think he left it on the roof once. And then we got it back. Anyways, yeah, so I have to leave that hammer to one of the boys. So
I need a list.
I'm gonna let him fight over the 1800 circa hammer.
I know that Nolan wants that yellow painting in there. I don't know which one of them will take the hammer, but I am going to say this. Neither of your kids strikes me as somebody who is going to use a hammer. Perhaps that should go to Charles.
Give that kid enough, Charles.
Yeah, we have. But I wanted
maybe you know what? Maybe I'll be buried with the hammer. You can nail my coffin shut with the hammer.
We have a friend who bludgeoned a man with a hammer. She's
we sound like lovely people. Really.
We are lovely people, but we have a friend who bludgeoned a man with a hammer, and it's on one of the old episodes.
It was kind of justified.
This weekend, when you're looking for something to binge or you can't sleep tonight,
yeah, just watch
the old episodes. You're going to be like,
you never know what the hell.
She beat a motherfucker with a hammer.
She comes up with
What the fuck are the flamingos doing? Someone just asked, what the fuck are the flamingos doing?
It's called analingus, and it's what it's called.
They're getting into some freaky shit.
Freakiness.
Truth be told, I just threw one while I was over there because I was trying to grab a different one, and they're a mess tonight. And Doug is usually in charge of the flamingos.
Yeah, but I kind of like this. I thought there was like angry or something.
We do have big plans to do a flamingo centipede down the road. That's one of our ultimate goals. But and every once in a while a tip comes. We have a viewer tip.
A viewer tip coming.
Anybody like a viewer tip?
We should have like a noise for the viewer tip, which I think we can do now.
Don't know how exactly we got into this, but apparently chronic masturbation at age 18 was enjoyable. You have lower chances of getting a girl pregnant, and it gives you the opportunity to drop the hammer.
I didn't want to say anything, but this individual that actually quoted something about chronic masturbation on a previous episode. I think it's a theme. with this gentleman?
Well, if your dick was that big, you'd have to masturbate because no one would fuck you.
Wow.
It's gigantic. Just telling you, my friend has a wiffle bat dick. Anybody looking for a nice man with a? Are you a size queen? Would you like a wiffle bat dick? My friend is single. He has a beautiful piece of land, 15 acres. He lives by himself with his dog, and he's very nice. He tells amazing stories, and he has this voice that is fantastic.
And he does a good British accent.
He does great accents and everything. He's just a hoot. Although he can be fucking grouchy old man sometimes, and I have to yell at him. We fight. Oh my God, we've been friends for 32 years, and we fight as much as we get along. He's like my brother. Apparently, Jeff says it's raining here, and
well,
I did
look at the radar because, as you know, that I am very
obsessed with the radar in a creepy way.
Radar centric.
That is it.
Well, I don't know, but there's your radar right there. There's a bunch of little spots.
That's not even enough to make a thing out of.
No, well, I don't know. If it looked like something, I would try to make a thing out of it, but it didn't look like anything.
No.
But don't you love technology? You can tell what street it's raining on and when it's gonna get to your house. It's insane. I love it.
I can't, Charlie, you know this story. It's in one of the podcasts. You know the story about my friend beating someone with a hammer. You know my friend that did it. And don't piss her off because she'll fuck you up too. Okay. Oh, I have a teeny tiny. Oh, I have 2-part request. First one is the most fucked up thing that we say in the episode. We would like to name the episode, but how do we know? I don't think we even know what's fucked up anymore.
No, we have no concept of that.
So if there's something here that we've said or at any point on any episode and you're like, this is quote of the episode, that is what we will name it. It has to be short enough to be a title. That is what we will name the episode, and you will get bragging rights, and we will tell everyone, hooray for you!
And maybe you go in the prize thing for my grandmother's hammer. Maybe we throw.
We're not going to give away your grandmother's hammer, but
Just,
you could do a Photoshop.
It's called the loss leader, right? I'm not going to give anybody my grandma's hammer, but then it would just excite them.
Yeah, well, we can excite them all we want, but we're not going to lie to them. Okay.
There's no governing body over podcasts.
If Charlie masturbating with his monster dong doesn't excite you, I don't know what the fuck will. Rocking. Oh, I already told you about rocking on the toilet.
Rocking on the toilet. Yeah.
Oh, interesting. So over the weekend, my happiness is a choice, you fucker. That might be a good title. If I don't get one, that's going to be it, Charlie. But let's see if anybody else has a potential quote.
Yeah, night ain't over, Charlie.
The other thing that we would appreciate if anyone could do is if you enjoy this podcast, not only if you enjoy this podcast, if you enjoy this podcast and you could leave a review, we would really appreciate that because it helps draw more people. The more you guys interact, the more it helps us to continue to bring you good content. And as we bring you good content, we get better and better and better and better. And we're hoping to give it, we just want you guys to feel like you have a place to go, and everybody knows your name and they're always glad you came, as long as you're in the privacy of your own home. Right? You can't just be throwing shrapnel out there. That's illegal.
People like that.
Perhaps. You had some music thing you wanted.
A music thing, but it was more for my gratitude because I was grateful to stumble on.
Yeah, but did you want to tell me all about that guy's music?
Which guy?
The Clash guy.
Oh,
you started telling me, and I was like, stop telling me, put it on the podcast.
No, I read as everybody knows probably by now, is that I'm a huge fan of the British punk rock group The Clash.
You have not said that, not once on the podcast.
Well, I'm a very big fan of the British punk rock group The Clash. Anyways, one of their members, the bass player Paul Simonon, who was the bass player, he was also an artist and a painter he paints like Van Gogh, and just is just always doing something crazy musical. And he moved to Spain to do some landscape paintings or something, and then started absorbing like music and started writing music. So when he got back to London, he contacted somebody that he knew, and now it's Paul and this girl, and they've been just doing this music, and it's like nothing like you would think. It's just like acoustic guitar, drums, whatever, maybe a harmonica or something, and it's like super authentic. Like one of the songs is in Spanish and stuff like that, and it's really good. And so like the problem is with this guy, he's got so much talent. He can be in one of the greatest rock bands in the world, then be one of the greatest painters that like painting today, and then he can just go and let me just start up a band and put out an album. That's amazing. So so talent is one of those things that I look at and marvel at, and I think is
you have a tremendous amount of talent. So I'm not really sure how. Sorry. So, and you're the only person commenting on that thread. Other people are commenting in other places. So someone else can see on Doug's page. Somebody else can see on Marital Hate. Some people can see on YouTube. Tracy is actually not here. So that's why you can't see her. But normally she is.
Yeah, her
wife graduated from nursing school this weekend. They may still be in Connecticut. But hopefully they'll be here so we miss them.
Oh yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry. I had I always try to answer people's questions, but I really I have too much ADD for this. I have a thought. So I have a girlfriend. I actually have many girlfriends whose husbands sometimes miss the mark. Mm-hmm. And I have one friend whose husband says, regarding Mother's Day, I'm not your mother. You're not my mother. So I don't need to do anything for you for Mother's Day. And other idiotic things men have said and done throughout the years. And I would like to give credit to my husband. Ding, ding, ding. Very early in our relationship, he started a little note in his phone. Would you like to show it?
No.
Where he keeps private notes of things to do for me, things I like, my sizes, whatever. I don't think he has my sizes in there, but whatever. So I would suggest that husbands take notes. Ladies.
Observation, baby.
Some men don't know what they're supposed to do or how they're supposed to be in a relationship or how to take care of a woman. So sometimes you have to spell it. And this isn't just true of ladies, by the way. This is true of men too. You need to make your needs known. This is what I need. This is what I want. These are my favorite colors. This is my, and again, men and women, everyone, make your needs known. My birthday is coming up. Don't be like, I don't want anything. If you really want something, don't be like, be clear about what it is that you want. Be direct. And if you are in a relationship with someone, just be taking notes all the time. Like, think about stuff. Actually, there's been so many things that my husband, has expressed throughout the years, and I've acted on those things. We both have really bad ADD. But whenever Doug says something, like, I'll just order something or add it to the basket that I know for later, or we do, we're not really big on the holidays anymore. We just do nice things for each other when we can.
We're big on the holidays, but it's not a gift thing.
We don't buy each other Christmas.
Yeah. We don't go to Macy's and buy a scarf.
We bought 3 Christmas presents this year? Wes, Zach, and Owen. That was it.
Oh, and I got you a little something.
Oh, he got me a little Joe Bob Briggs.
Bob action figure. Too good to pass up.
The Joe Bob Briggs, but we don't really buy each other gifts, but sometimes for Christmas, but sometimes we'll just see something for each other and grab it. We're obviously not doing that right now. We haven't been doing it for the last year because we were saving to buy a house. And now we're depleting all of that nice house savings money, but it's going to turn around. Doug is going to get an amazing job. This podcast is going to take off, and we're going to win the lottery, and someone's going to die and leave us a bunch of money.
Or we win the lottery.
I just said,
you said a lottery.
All of these things are going to happen.
All I heard was the death part. I was trying to be more positive.
Some people dying wouldn't be the worst thing.
I don't know anybody that's going to die. So, you know what?
Really? Really? You don't know anyone that's going to die?
No.
You don't know anyone that's going to die?
No. Well, everybody's going to die.
Everyone is going to.
But not not in the next, I hope not in the next couple of weeks. That would not be good.
I don't know. Some people.
Some people
would be better off in a different plane of existence. They're not doing a great job with this one. I will tell you that my stepson Nolan has found the perfect Mother's Day gift. He has decided, what he did was he sent me, it's actually on the wall for Marital Hate and probably on my personal wall as well. He made a little montage of me being totally unhinged
for 1 minute.
For 1 minute. They weren't the most unhinged of my posts.
Oh, because she gets unhinged.
I get super unhinged.
But they were good.
I think he was probably worried about violating TikTok's terms of service.
Oh, that's true. You can't be letting half of that stuff fly.
not really the point, but the point
I
is
just
that
know that there's a dead flamingo just floated by upside down.
okay, can I finish what I'm saying?
Sorry.
So he made a TikTok video, which meant it didn't cost him anything. It came from the heart. He put effort and time into it. It was very thoughtful, and it's no clutter. That's pretty
no clutter,
good.
Handmade.
It's pretty much
very
the perfect
thoughtful.
gift. So if you're looking for a gift for someone, like it's, back in the day we did mixtapes. Anybody get a mixtape? Has anybody ever gotten a mixtape from someone? Well, he it's like the modern equivalent of a mixtape. Somebody asked about the reviews. So on Facebook, it's easy on the business page. You just go on the page and it says reviews on the top. I don't know about YouTube.
YouTube, there are comments on the master page that you can.
But is that you do a review?
I think that, well, no, on the master page, I don't know if there are in the master page.
I don't know that there's a review spot on YouTube. I'll have to look.
But you can always comment on YouTube.
Thank you. I will look. Yeah, the more you comment, the better. YouTube reviews. I have written myself a note, so I will not forget. Charlie actually made an interesting comment. He said, "Be clear on what I want. I am working on all the things that you want." Fuck yeah. You can buy yourself flowers, Charlie. Do it.
Buy yourself some flowers.
Well, he's not really buying flowers. He's building a biodome. He's like Pauly Shore.
Yeah, well,
we need to watch that movie. I've never seen Biodome. Did anybody see it? Is it bad? Is it funny? Like, I don't know.
It's got Pauly Shore in it. How good can it be?
I really like Pauly Shore. I've caught a lot of his comedy lately. I caught clips of him on Rogan the other day. He's grown on me like mold.
I came across a movie today that I thought we should watch. I can't remember what it was, but you wanted to watch the Michael Keaton one where they multiplied the guy.
Oh yeah, and I want to watch Multiplicity.
And
Sunday was like, we didn't really promote it a ton. So we did a Mother's Day special on Sunday. And what I'm curious about, and I would love to hear from you guys, is, we did an interactive thing. And I don't think that that's something that we're going to do like a ton of, we'll do it on holidays or whatever. But I was curious, as we're talking about this with the movies, is would anybody want to do a movie watch party where like, we could, watch a movie on the screen and we could, be on camera and comment on it. We could even do small group. I mean, honestly, that's what we should have done on Sunday when there were so few people, is we could have invited people onto the screen. We can only have 2 people on screen. I think we can only have 2 people on screen with a movie, but 2 people meaning us and someone else. But we're still learning the software. It's called StreamYard. So it's a platform called StreamYard. It allows you to cast to multiple places at once, and I highly recommend it. It's very user friendly. Any idiot can use it. We have been able to pretty much seamlessly do everything. I don't know if you've noticed.
I don't know. I don't really like the fact that you kind of wave at me, make a gesture.
Saying both of us.
An idiot. Well,
we're both idiots.
I think it was over here, but that's all right.
No, I was waving at both of us.
Which is really funny because I haven't really used it. I just ask her. I can't sit there.
I tell him, but if I can tell
Although
him,
I was instrumental in trying to figure out some things.
We did have some struggles with it initially, but it was on me for being stupid. But they have amazing support. Like their support is Johnny on the spot. They have I Am Chat. I've never waited more than a minute. Their TikTok, they answer your questions immediately. Their YouTube, they answer your questions immediately. And come to find out, they do a live YouTube every month or every week. And on the YouTube, they give away at the end of the YouTube a hoodie and a Streamlabs pillow, and they have this cute little duck on it. And I was like, oh my God, I want a pillow, a hoodie, and a duck. And they're like, yeah, you can buy them here. And I'm like, I'm not going to pay to advertise your company. I'll do it for free, but I'm not going to pay to do it.
Wait, and you're doing it right now. You're advertising their company.
I am kind of advertising their company, but I want a free fucking hoodie and a free fucking pillow. I want a whole fucking set of pillows.
Florida, you don't need a hoodie. And you already have a pillow.
Sometimes I'm in the Jeep. I have a lot of pillows.
Yeah, we have many pillows. We have the little do at now. We have little pillows on the couch. We have pillows in the bedroom.
We have pillows out here.
There are
how many? Is there 12 pillows out here?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pillows.
That's 3. That's 3, and then there's 2 there.
There's 2. That's
8. One of these pillows is in the house, I think.
Tell me, I don't want to get home. Why would we have 9 pillows?
Because I'm a fucking crazy
2 packs
person.
of 3.
I don't remember. Anyway, we have a lot of pillows.
Okay.
What are you gonna do?
It's all good.
Some people like pillows. Right now, we don't even. We used to have a sectional out here that you could sit on and watch TV, and it got killed in the hurricane. So now we don't have one, and there's nowhere comfortable to sit out here. Well, the banana hammocks are kind of comfy, but they get wet.
Yeah. But yeah, they're super comfy. But they
see if you look over there, you see that.
See that thing in the corner.
The black thing in the corner.
Yeah. I could go get in it.
Right there.
Mm.
Ooh, that would be good. Anyway, it's comfy. Doug likes to sit in there and do his crossword machine. I would love to see him do that in the morning more often.
The crossword. Any crossword fans out there? Crossword is good.
Okay.
I feel like it engages my brain and pulls on my vast knowledge.
Okay, but how do you do the crossword?
How do I do the crossword?
Yeah, how do you do it?
I have a machine called the crossword machine, and it's got like a flat surface, kind of almost like as if it were paper, but it's shiny.
Show them.
This is not a crossword machine.
That's a crossword machine.
No, this is an iPad. That's
yeah, but
iPad.
you call yours a crossword machine. It's also an iPad.
Right, but I only use it for crossword. I don't use it for anything else.
That's true. We did get it very cheaply.
Although I think I did play Wordle on it once.
Yeah, we are not dropping an asteroid. I don't know what would make you think that, but okay. Someone suggested that we dropped an asteroid. My friend Charlie shared a video on his Facebook. I really appreciate it. Oh, one of the podcasters that Charlie watches does movie nights on Saturday nights. It's absolutely hilarious. Highly recommended. It's a men's channel, so fair warning. What I like men.
So I don't know how they get away.
You can put the info
do
here.
they show the movie on it? Because that would be a copyright infringement.
Is it? I don't think it's a copyright infringement to show the movie.
Yeah, it would totally be because you're broadcasting the movie. You could show yourself watching the movie, but not show the screen. You can't even use the song. Any of you bastards out there using my Perfectville song, I'm coming after you.
John Lajoie said,
"Yes,
motherfuck copyright."
I use my
because he said he was gonna
right because it was Bat Yodi. He was gonna be
Bat Yodi. I will fight crimes at night and call myself Bat Yodi. I know it's similar to Batman, but motherfuck copyright. The song is called "I Don't Give a Fuck" by John Lajoie. It's hilarious. It's on YouTube. Look it up. I'm writing it down. Give
Lajoie is LEJOIE.
Fuck. John Lajoie. Okay. I was going to talk about squirting, but we'll save that for another day because I don't know. Is it 9:08 already? Do we have time to talk about squirting?
I don't think we're going to get into that on a Monday.
Squirting is for another day.
You ever squirted on a Monday?
Yeah, probably. I have another one. This is kind of like a story to get into, but I've been putting off talking about it, and I'm going to do it now. So lately I have been realizing that I'm a little fast and loose with the use of the word friend. I think everyone's my friend. I go to the store, I meet somebody in the grocery line, and I'm like, oh, they're my friend. Oh, you're my friend. Can you be more on because when you're not on the camera, I look fat. Not that I'm not fat, but I just, I don't appreciate looking fat. I don't know. Being on camera as a woman is so stressful, especially when you used to be hot and you're not as hot now. And you have to look at yourself and realize oh, I don't look the way I used to look. It's stressful.
Look at the man over on this other side of the screen with the gray hair. He's got one eyebrow that goes up, one eyebrow that goes down. It looks like a goddamn stroke.
The double standard for men. You get distinguished. We get discarded as we get older.
Look at the old man in the mountain after he fell off the mountain.
As women age, they have so much more to offer. They're so much more interesting, and society just fucking discards them.
I tend to agree with that.
So I don't appreciate that. Anyway, I had a friend. Well, I thought was my friend, and this is somebody I've known for 15 years. And over the last period of time, I have been sick for 10 years. And this person, they have had sporadic interest in me, but not really any interest in my what I'm dealing with my health or really supporting me in any way. And I was really upset about it. And little known fact, not so long ago, I was seriously planning to kill myself. And I'm not right now, but at the time I was seriously planning to kill myself. And I mentioned it to this person recently, and they completely ignored it. They completely blew it off. And I had kind of like gone into the conversation because I had been coming to the realization that this person was not really my friend. And I was kind of half expecting them to be shitty, like going into the call. And so when I said that and they didn't say anything like, oh my God, if you ever need somebody to talk to, or is there anything I can do to support you, or do you need any help? Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. Like they just weren't supportive at all. They didn't seem to care. And it's like, you know, a total stranger would say that to me, and a total stranger has said that to me, and I'm gonna fucking be there to support them in any way I can. If a friend of mine of 15 fucking years tells me that they've been seriously considering killing themselves, like I'm not kidding, serious. Like I had all the equipment ready to go. I wrote my obituary
with ChatGPT.
I did use ChatGPT. I made a list of all the things I needed to do first, and I sat Doug down and I said to him, listen, I have decided I'm going to kill myself and I would like to go to Disney World first. And he got all like crying and whatnot and like a pussy. And so here I
didn't want
am.
to go to Disney. We laugh about everything.
Yeah, we joke about everything. But anyway, I'm not planning on offing myself right now, so don't call anyone. But at the time, I wasn't in a good place. And I, you know, as I'm having this conversation with this person and they're like, and I'm thinking back of conversations I've had with them in the past, like they went to see me speak about my illness and then act like my illness is no big deal, or still has questions about it. It's like, you saw me speak about it for an hour. What did you do? Stare at your phone the whole fucking time? And I'd like to think that I'm pretty engaging as a speaker.
I was there. You did a great job.
You were not there.
I was there for one of them.
Yeah, but not that one.
Oh.
In any case, I'm generally pretty engaging, I think. I don't know. You guys are here for some crazy reason. I don't know. You got nothing better to do? No, I think that we have something interesting to say. And so she apparently didn't listen. And the last time I was at her house, she had no concern about my health or, you know, how I was feeling. She was worried about my weight. And the thing is and if she had listened when I had given my speeches that people with Lyme either gain weight or lose weight, I happen to be in the category that gains weight. It's very common. And the fact that she would just be so fucking shallow. And so, of course, in retrospect, and of course, I talked to my good friend Christina, who after I talked to her, I was so mad. And of course, I'm telling Christina, I'm like, yeah, so I was going to kill myself. And she's like,
I'm driving there right now.
She's like, I will drive 4 hours and adjust you and help you and do it. And I'm like, no, Christina, I'm fine. Like, I'm fine now. Like, this is old news. We've been joking about it for weeks. Sure, I still have my helium tank and everything. It's like waiting in case I change my mind. But something about having it like makes me feel like I have some control over my life. I'm not planning on offing myself. Maybe I'll just throw a party, but knowing that I could if I wanted to is nice. You know, you can't get fucking Nembutal. You can't go, you know, there's a million places in the United States that'll kill you if you're terminal, but if you're terminal, just wait it the fuck out. I've been sick for 10 years. And it's no surprise that this person is friends with the same person who told me that I should bite the bullet and get a job. There's a million things I would love to do. Anybody who does not know how hard I push myself every fucking day is on crack, or they're not my friend. They're completely oblivious. So just so everybody knows, every day I have a planner, and in my planner, I have a list of things that I do, and I have little stickers. I give myself a little sticker every time I do this stupid little fucking thing to take care of myself. And again, Wim Hof, meditation, visualization, journaling, breathing, yin yoga. Yin yoga is for like yoga for lazy people. You just lay on the floor. I have been swimming. I do affirmations. I eat organic and primarily, you know, lean protein and vegetables, although I cheat sometimes. And yeah, I'm really fucking doing my best. And if you consider the fact that I don't have money to throw at treatment, that doctors are completely fucking useless when you have a complicated disease like Lyme. There's a few that are helpful, but I can't afford them. I'm doing fucking fantastic. And somebody who is your friend for 15 years should be cheering you on all along the way. So I'm challenging you all to stop and think about the people that you've called friends. Are they really your friends? And sometimes they're not. And sometimes you have to remove negative energy from your life. I don't care how long you've known someone. If they're bringing you down, you got to put a boundary up. And if you choose if they choose to do better in the future and you want to have them back in your life, fuck yeah. Welcome them with open arms. But you can't allow that weight to pull you down. I mean, I think you probably experienced that in your lifetime.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
So we have some more comments here. My friend Todd said I look amazing. I really appreciate that, Todd, but you're going blind, so I don't know if that's like like, I'm not sure about that, but I love that Todd is always so supportive.
Yes.
Todd is someone in thoroughly thinking about my friends, I've thoroughly researched Todd, and he is my friend.
How do you thoroughly research Todd?
We talk all the time.
Okay,
We actually
you researched him. It's not like you crept, went into his background.
I met him through a mutual friend.
Yeah.
We've had many a 1.5 hour conversation. We've talked about our illnesses and our goals for life. And Todd, despite his own health struggles, really keeps a great face on. Incidentally, Todd and Jeff, you guys need to be friends.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Todd and Jeff for sure need to be friends. You will love each other. You're both just really great energy, and you should know each other. Although I think Charlie would get along with those guys too, because Charlie, I don't know, I think Charlie gets along with it. Charlie gets along with everyone, but Charlie hates everybody, including me. Okay, let's see. Last week he was on Cabin in the Woods and the one of Monty Python's films, and the podcaster talks during the movie, all the while he is drinking and chatting over the movie. Oh, so this is the guys watching the movie that Charlie's talking about this podcast. He gets every $100 of super chats, he adds a shot to his drink. Oh wow. I don't know that I could do that. You took
marijuana for nothing.
Yeah, but if I took a shot of a drink, by like the third one, sleeping. I'd be on the table pulling my dress over my head. And if I'm going to do that, it's going to be on OnlyFans. It's going to be
on a pay-per-view, baby.
We need the money. Apparently I cannot kill myself. I like to know that I have the option. Leave me the fuck alone.
That's all right. I let all the helium out of that tank.
Did you?
You go to open it and it'd be nothing.
Did you?
No, I didn't.
Oh, I did. Because I might want to have a party. I do have podcast fans that love me too much. And that's kind of a burden.
A burden.
You guys are a burden. We keep getting little sprinkles.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not planning on offing myself anytime soon. And of course, the biggest thing that you think about when you're having this conversation with yourself is about the people that you would, leave behind. Obviously, like for me, like my kids haven't talked to me for a really long time, and I wouldn't want them to blame themselves. I mean, obviously not talking to my kids does not help my health situation. But it certainly wouldn't be their fault. You're not responsible for anyone else's mental health. No one is. However, I was thinking to myself that I have suffered for so long for everyone else, and I deserve something for me, and a fucking permanent vacation would be it. And I don't fear death, and I probably should. Here we are.
I don't know why you should, but
because if I did fear death, I'd probably be less inclined to have a helium tank at the ready.
You probably should, yeah.
But
I, on the other hand, I don't want to die. I want to live a long, long time.
Great, but you don't have a chronic illness that is debilitating and ruining your fucking life. If you had a chronic illness that was debilitating and ruining your fucking life,
I know I don't have that. No,
you might want, and you've never felt like you wanted to die. Never.
Not really. No.
I've seen you fall apart some pretty fucking hard about this job thing.
I fall apart. But yeah, and yeah. Sometimes, well, I mean, life is hard to take. Sometimes life is hard to deal with. But I have, I have things to do here on Earth, and then that's why I want to be here.
Yeah, you have to take care of me because I can't even take care of myself. I'm a hot fucking mess. Look at my hair. I'm such a mess today.
I also have children,
and it is hot as shit out here. You do have children. They love you and
music to make, paintings to paint, money to make.
Yeah, well, I usually sit on the couch like a fucking lump trying to get through the day and doing all kinds of hippy dippy shit trying to make myself feel better. And sometimes it doesn't work. And sometimes I get very frustrated.
All I know is that you have more of an active life than me these days because you're out here swimming for an hour. India.
I do. I swim for an hour. Gentle strokes, breath strokes.
What's the best kind?
Music today. I listen to "Fuck the Police," which if Doug dies, I'm going to play while I fuck my pal Huddy, because I find Huddy to be attractive. What?
I don't know how. Yeah. Well, how would you feel if I started like saying, "Oh, well, this person's."
Are you
attractive,
kidding
I'm
me?
gonna-"
On a
What?
daily. The Uber driver. Oh, she's a new picture.
No, but
she's
all
hot
right.
as
So here's
shit.
the thing: we had
Do you really
somebody
think I'm
was
gonna fuck Huddy?
somebody was.
Or
Yeah, I do.
anyone.
Somebody
Okay.
was somebody. She ordered something and whatever, and so the Uber driver's comes. Her name is,
I
Conchita
have some
Maria.
crushes. You don't have crushes
And
on
she
anyone?
goes, she's really cute. And so when she showed up, I'm like, oh yeah, she was cute, but she was like, she was tiny. And so I said, yeah, she was cute, whatever.
That's
like,
not what you said.
wow.
She was like, she's hot as
She
shit.
was hot.
Yeah, but you
Whatever.
don't act like you were like, oh, that looked
But
like
I
a
don't
nice
say
lady.
I
I would like
actively
to.
want to fuck her when you die. Like that's gauche. That's gauche.
You have talked about this a bajillion times. One.
No,
two,
I have not talked about who
marital hate.
I'm gonna fuck when you die.
First of all, I'm not actually going to fuck him. Second of all, I don't know if he's even would be interested in me. And third of all, I have a lot of crushes on a lot of people. You don't have crushes on people?
Not really.
Every black woman you ever see, you have a crush on.
Oh, I do like black
Doug has
women.
a thing for black chicks.
I do.
Nothing wrong with that. Good for
Beautiful.
you. But when you live in Situate, there ain't a lot of black people.
Not so good. Not so good for that for the taking. But when I moved to Situate, I was engaged and about to be married. So
that's true.
That was a
non-starter. So actually, Charlie talked about a mutual friend of ours named Keith, who can be negative at times, and he's had to set some boundaries. That's it. Just set some boundaries because he can be really negative. My friend Anne has chimed in. It's a wonderful life you have minus the illness. Has to be lived to its fullest. The daily struggle of not being able to live it to its fullest makes that a challenge.
Yeah. And that's what.
And I didn't mean to like.
Or me, anyways.
I understand that like this is would make a lot of feelings for people, especially people who know me. But I also feel like there's not enough people that talk about their suicidal thoughts or their experience. And I want to share that with people. I want people to know that like your feelings matter and we care. And I certainly wouldn't encourage anybody to kill themselves, but I certainly understand why people want to, especially people who struggle with health issues. I mean, I
can't imagine what it'd be like to get up every day and you're in pain and and you can't do the things you used to do. You can't work.
I mean,
can't even imagine what that's like.
What was I like before I got sick?
A whirling dervish of productivity.
A whirling dervish of productivity. Like I worked 12-hour days. I went to the gym. I took my kids everywhere, did all kinds of fun activities with them, had every kid in town over, was there to support my friends, like was doing all kinds of stuff. And now I don't even have a clean house. And, I have to eat whatever Doug feels like cooking. And
what
like,
I'd give you.
Sometimes he does a really good job and sometimes he does
tonight
a really
I did a very
job.
good job. It was good. That was
job.
A good dinner tonight.
But, he made, he made chicken pot pie, which is a really good recipe from Jamie Oliver.
30-minute meal.
It's a 30-minute meal and it's very good, but I don't want to have the phyllo dough. So he puts it on, I pull it off. So yeah, I mean, it's a little bit, it's a challenge. Like I have no control over most things in my life. So I do what I can do, but it's really frustrating. And I think like, if you've never truly felt suicidal or if you've never lived with a chronic illness, don't judge someone who's in that position. Just support them in however way you can. Lisa has the hots for a pizza delivery guy, and I have to admit, I don't blame her. He's a handsome dude. Kind of looks like Jason Momoa. So right after this,
guess who wants to order a pizza?
Guess Thanks, who's Jeff. Going over to the Accent's house tonight to order herself a pizza? I'm just kidding. We have a hot new USPS guy. I don't know if he's filling in for one or if he does special deliveries, but he was hot as shit.
Was that the special delivery guy that gave you the package yesterday or day before, whenever that was?
Yeah.
Well,
you can't say that.
I didn't see him, but I did see you run out.
But he was super nice.
And you came in.
Of course,
you came in with the vapors.
It's so funny because back home, Phil and Steve, my UPS guys, and Jen, of course, I love Jen. Oh my God. I was just talking to her on Instagram.
Our mail lady.
Yeah, she's the one who told us that the house was being sold.
Yep.
They're used to seeing me without a bra, but the people in Florida, like, they do not know what's coming at them. There's just like a bunch of titties flopping everywhere, and like
all
For
around the
those of
world.
you who are listening, or if you happen to be visually impaired, I just grabbed my titties and jiggled them up and
Jig
down.
them up and down about in about a.
My friend Anne said that she wanted to die a few years ago. At the time, her religion stopped her. My friend Anne is coming to visit soon. We're going to talk about that in depth when she's here. And Anne, I'm really sorry that you felt that way. And if you ever want to talk, I'm here. 2 a.m, 3 a.m. That goes for any of you guys. I'm not great. I can wake up, like I don't sleep. I have like my sleeping is weird. I have narcolepsy and I have chronic fatigue, very common with people with Lyme. And what happens is I can sleep through anything. I can fall asleep on a moment's notice. So even if you wake me up, I'll be fine 5 minutes later, right?
You have the circadian rhythm of a nurse shark.
A nurse shark?
I just made that up. I was trying to think of some creature
I'm sorry,
that has a good circadian rhythm.
I feel like we're having a communication issue. We don't make shit up. We don't lie to the people. We say nice things. We have nice conversations. We stimulate their brains.
I don't think anybody was going to take me seriously when I said you had the circadian rhythm of a nurse shark.
I think that they would, because I thought.
Oh, yes. Well, nurse sharks are very.
We talked about the fucking marine iguana that can hold its breath for 45 minutes and slow its heart rate down.
That's interesting stuff right there.
Yeah, but don't make up things about the circadian rhythm of a nurse shark. Does anybody know anything about the circadian rhythm of a nurse shark? Because I'm going to have to look that up.
I don't know. I crack myself up, people. I'm sorry if you don't think it's funny.
While we're on the topic,
I think it's funny.
Tell about the time that we were in Newport.
We're in Newport, and there's the cliff walk behind the mansions. So you have ocean on one side, mansions on the other, and there's usually a wall or a fence or something, and then there's like a little walkway. And so we were walking our friend Deb around, and we were kind of,
I couldn't walk.
You could walk. You were in the Jeep. So Deb and I went down, and so every time a group of people walked by, I would say in a very, very loud voice, "Well, yes, this is where the whale stranded itself, and they tried to get the chainsaws and cut it, and there was blubber spraying against this wall." And they would walk by, and sometimes you would get like a reaction, like they would stop and listen, but like they would, So it was absolutely.
I'm sorry,
hysterical.
you talked about how they would cut them open with chainsaws.
Yes, whales, the whales that beach themselves.
The whaling community in Newport in the 1700s used a chainsaw, and these fucking idiots sat there and believed him.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, so the blood spattered on the
we're
squall,
not going to
that's why it's a reddish color.
Bad information on our podcast. It's bad enough we had a video pulled down, although I consider that to be a badge of honor. Having a video pulled down is a badge of honor. It means that you're spilling real truth. But we will never talk again about the C word or anything pertaining to the C word, because you should consult your local healthcare professional. Oh, it's sprinkler time.
It's Monday night.
Must be Monday at
must be having to wrap this bad boy up.
Yeah, it must be. But I wanted to say, Charlie also said, I've been there with suicidal thoughts in dark places, but he's working toward a better tomorrow, pulls him away from the darkness. Charlie, I'm so glad that you're not there right now. We're
here for you.
Anytime you need me, you have my phone number. You know how to reach me. And if anybody else wants my number, just message me. I'll give it to you.
Yeah, you call her, because I'll just give you fake facts about nurse sharks and whales.
Probably
things of that nature.
So I don't know. I wanted to just, which is really, what's really interesting is because we've been interacting with people in the comments. We don't have to stay till we need to do it. We'll just keep doing it now. So, and we may be doing a phone-in show soon. I just learned that we could do that today, and I pulled my first clips off. I'm really excited about that. Charlie would have loved to join you in Newport for your story time. The only person that would come
Charlie,
close
you could have
doing a Doug Gear level story time is Charlie, and I think Charlie would have killed it.
Or if we had teamed up to do it in some sort of period garb, it would have been amazing.
Okay, so in Plymouth,
the tri-corner hat.
We've told this story before, but I'm going to tell it again. In Plymouth, there's ghost tours. Plymouth, Massachusetts. The Pilgrims landed there in Plymouth Rock.
Legend Pilgrims.
Plymouth Rock. Okay, so Plymouth Rock has been disappointing tourists since 1620. I'm sorry to tell you, it's a fucking disappointment. It's like a rock. It's just a rock.
It's like a size of an ottoman. It's not even that big.
It's in like a building. But when we go to Plymouth, we go by and we have megaphones and we go, Plymouth Rock, Plymouth Rock, Plymouth Rock. And then when we get to the Plymouth Rock, we go, wow. because we're crazy. Anyway, one day we were in Plymouth. We were looking for a parking spot. And we drove by the ghost tour.
This was maybe one
Go
of the
ahead.
funniest things. So it was all dark. It was like typical like New England fall, whatever. It's dark. So we see these people going on this ghost tour. So we just start, ooh, like out the Jeep window.
And one of the kids put a blanket over.
So then we thought it was so funny that we go, hey, we have a blanket. Let's go back. So one of the kids wearing a blanket out the back window of the Jeep, ooh, and I'm going, it's a ghost. and I was like saying, this is the ghost of Captain John Schmidt or whatever it was.
Making shit up.
Making stuff up. Probably the best ghost tour those people have ever been on.
But the thing that was funny is the people in the street were dying, and they were like watching us. They couldn't wait for us to come back.
The people giving the ghost
tour
tour,
guide
not so much.
Did not enjoy it at all. Although I'd love to check the reviews for that ghost tour to see if anybody said anything about the ghost. But my point
is hanging out of a Jeep.
You don't know Charlie. If you don't know Charlie, I don't think anybody who's currently in the chat knows Charlie. Charlie is 6'4". Charlie is a very
might be taller than that.
No, he's 6'4". Charlie is a very slender man.
Slender.
Charlie, how much do you weigh? Charlie is a very slender man.
He's actually made out of pipe cleaners and pom-poms.
Well, it was so funny.
And Elmer's glue.
So he said to my daughter one day, he goes, I have 6-pack abs. And she goes, it's not 6-pack abs. Those are intestines. They're his intestines. It's not his intestines, but he's very thin.
It's very funny.
So in any case, he has long hair and a beard, and he usually wears a very large black wide brim hat. And depending on the time of year, he very well may have a long black coat on. Charlie is the perfect person.
I would like to interview Charlie one day to find out where he got this like fashion inspiration for the.
I don't know. Charlie's got style.
In the duster.
Perhaps
the duster jacket.
Perhaps one of my favorite ever videos. And Charlie's going to have to come to Florida so he can be a guest on the pod show. I don't like that shit where you do the split screen. You got to come visit. In any case, I have a video of Charlie dancing to Kid Rock's Cowboy in our kitchen. That is maybe the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life. So anyway, if you don't know, now you know.
Was it as good as the video you took of me with a pair of tongs in the kitchen?
Oh, way better.
With doing the Violent Femme
well,
songs.
because he was like getting down like on the ground, and he's very wide. Like he's not wide. Like he's like his wingspan is huge.
You know what? I know what Charlie is. You know those promotional flagmen that they have at like the tire store that dance around with
those things are way fatter than Charlie.
That's
if Charlie was one of those blow up things, he would just be the plastic part. He's so skinny,
but he has arms. So
no, but
those things go up, and then they have two tube arms.
If you fill yourself up with coffee,
Oh, this is the maybe we could market the Charlie
6'5",
diet.
and still has the slender man vibes. 6'5".
I told you he was taller than that.
I don't know, but I'm a little worried about him.
Do you think he's going to endanger by some kid who traded a cow for magic beans and is going to climb his beanstalk?
So one of the things that we talk about is whole health and keeping your body functioning. And Charlie is very thin. He does not eat a healthy diet. Sorry, but hot dogs on hot dog night, pizza, chicken fingers, ice cream, and coffee is not a healthy diet. So he's very thin, and I would like to fatten him up. I would like to feed him some healthy food so that he can, whatever. But I'm worried that he's going to waste away. He gets blown away or something. I don't know. Anyway, well, I love you very much, and I want you to be healthy.
He's aerodynamic, I'll tell you that.
And if you do not fucking outlive me, I will kill you. Wow. Okay, so my friend Ann says her brother-in-law is married to her twin. I didn't know. I think I knew she was a twin, but I forgot.
I didn't know that. I know Elvis was a twin.
He's 6'8". I have a friend, Chris, we didn't go to high school together. We were friends in high school. Charlie may know him. And we were like shopping for a mattress when I moved to Walpole years ago. Excuse me. And he said, I looked at him because I usually have heels on. And I looked at him and I go, how tall are you? And he's like, I'm 6'9". I'm like, I think I would have noticed that by now. It was like 25 years later. Nope. Here we are. It was 22 years later. So anyway. Oh, Charlie will also eat tuna and mac and cheese.
At the same time?
Charlie.
Tuna
mac. Tuna mac is a good thing. Charlie, I'm going to tell you, get yourself some thick cut bacon, some like cheese, like nice cheese, box of mac and cheese, and a thing of peas. And you shred the cheese into the completed macaroni and cheese, follow the package instructions. that cut bacon that you've cooked and peas, white trash carbonara. It's one of our favorite recipes. Before you would definitely fit under Charlie's wingspan too. She said she fits under her brother-in-law's wingspan. Want to give them the creme fraiche recipe real quick? The chicken recipe real quick before we do our gratitude and go?
It's just basically you cook up some chicken in olive oil, maybe some onion and some garlic. I threw in some
in
herbs,
a cast iron pan
herbs de
or whatever.
Provence,
You can do it any pan on your stove.
And so you cook up the chicken, then you put in a little splash or two. I probably put maybe a quarter to half a cup,
a dollop
of chicken broth, and then I throw in about 3 tablespoons or 4 tablespoons of creme fraiche, which you have to look for because a lot of places don't have it. And you cook that up, throw the peas and the carrots in, which I get the microwave kind. So I cook them first so that they don't have to cook once they're in the thing. So then you mix that all up. It makes a nice sauce. It makes it just beautiful. You put that in a pan. You cover it with some of the sheets of puff pastry dough. Put it in the oven. Boom.
How do you cook the peas?
The peas cook in the microwave with the carrots. So I get frozen peas and carrots, organic, of course. Cook them up and then throw them in. But you probably don't have to.
But you lose nutrients when you microwave them.
It's not like I cook salmon underwater in a microwave.
I'm just saying that just throw the vegetables in.
Fine. Okay. I'm gonna Google that. Do you lose? Do you in fact?
Yes, but throw them in the pan with the chicken for like a minute or two, and then they'll be cooked, and they're going in the oven anyway.
Fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if that was a necessary step, but I do it.
Yeah, but
I'm not going to apologize for it.
But the more you cook vegetables, the more nutrients they lose. Okay, so I have gratitude. Do you have gratitude?
I have a gratitude, but I have plenty of other stuff that I can.
Okay, because here's the thing. We want to hear what you guys are grateful for. And we want everybody to try to focus on gratitude because the more grateful you are, the more positive things happen and more good things that come into your life. So I'm trying to raise my vibration and yours and his and the whole world's. We're all going to be fucking happy, God damn it. Okay.
There's one for Nolan's next year card right there.
Yeah. I think my favorite was the one at the end where I said all trauma starts with Doug's penis. And he put it in that little video, which is hilarious because let's face it, the kid is a result of Doug's penis.
And trauma.
So his trauma basically started that poor Nolan. He's such a good story. He's such a good kid. And I'm so proud of both of my stepsons, both Wesley and Nolan. Wes has been quiet lately. Wes, are you mad at me? Are we in a fight? Send me a message. I miss you. Okay.
He's probably hiking.
Things I am grateful for. I am grateful for StreamYard. Are you mutually grateful for StreamYard?
StreamYard was fantastic find.
That's all of this.
Yes.
It makes it so there's people chatting in every which direction. And which is a little confusing. I know if you're the only person on a given chat. But no Tracy tonight. And then I am thankful for my pen refill. I use these pens. They're fancy fucking pens. This is a friction pen. So when you write with it, I don't know if you can see that green line. Do you see that green line? It's erasable. This is not an eraser. It's just heat. So like you could have an entire book and fill it with this and then throw the book in the microwave. And much like it erases the nutrition, the microwave would erase this ink. And what I learned the hard way is if you are going to the RMV, in Florida, we go to the tax collector's office instead of the RMV to register your car and you write a check with this pen and they put it through the scanner, it will erase the pen and you have to go back to the RMV and write them a new check. So, anyway, I had a refill for this pen. I was very excited because I color code all of my journal and my planner green. It's for the podcast. And I've been working very hard on the podcast. So I use green in this book.
Very good.
And whenever I work on the podcast, I block off time in green. So that's my second thing. Do you have another grateful thing?
I'm grateful for, I would like to say I'm grateful for technology in general, but in this specific instance, YouTube. As tonight when I was cooking dinner, I watched an episode of, and I'm not sure which one it is, but you can Google it, of the Midnight Special from the early to mid 70s. Musical guests include the host of the hour was country singer Mac Davis. The first guest was Billy Preston, who did a funky version of Blackbird Singing in the Dead of Night.
You know what's really interesting? we were sitting in the living room and I was talking to you about how you spend too much time in tech and maybe you could cook dinner without looking at your food. You were your phone.
I said
You
was
were like,
listening
I was listening to music the whole time.
What am I talking about? It was music. It was a concert music show that I put on, and I didn't watch it. I just listened to it as I cooked because I cooked and I cleaned.
I don't know.
I would like our viewers to chime in. I said I didn't watch it. I put it on and I put it over there and I was listening to it. And I even sang some of Blackbird funkiness. Other guests included Billy Paul of Me and Mrs. Jones fame, Waylon Jennings, classic country, and the Doobie Brothers.
You didn't watch it.
I didn't watch it, but I did. Jesus is just no, which was originally a gospel song. And then it was done by the Byrds, and then the Byrds version was just redone by the Doobie. So it was like a double cover song.
Okie dokie.
That the Byrds got nothing from. Probably.
I felt decent today.
Yes.
Up until sitting in the chair. I had some sore muscles at different points, but that's why I did a little stretching. Yin yoga, which is laying on the floor. I did it for 20 minutes. I did yin yoga with Joelle, free on YouTube. She does yoga for people with fibromyalgia. So look up yoga with Joelle, or you could look up yin yoga for fibromyalgia, etc. The sprinklers are going off and it's raining.
Well, the sprinklers on a timer, and
we're both sweating, so I don't even know what to say. I'm dying to go back
in the house.
I'm thankful for my little friend Christina, who Doug thinks is his little sister, and he must tease her 24 hours a day. She called me this morning and was chatting me up on her little walk, and they are off celebrating their anniversary.
And something very happened. It's very funny happened, and I wish there was video of it today.
Oh, poor thing. God, it brings such joy to your life. Go ahead, tell it.
No, I just wish there was video of it because
tell him.
Christina was watering her plants out in her pool area and fell in the pool. I don't know anybody that wouldn't think that's funny.
Every one of us is heartbroken that there is no video footage of this. And she's just such an amazing person. I'm sure she texted me right away, so I don't think it ruined her day, but I'm sure it was frustrating.
No, it's I've come so close. Like when I'm skimming the pool or whatever, just moving stuff around, whatever, I've come so close to falling in that pool. And I'm like, it's not the worst thing that could ever happen, but at the same time, you kind of don't want to do it. So especially if you're like going somewhere or doing something.
You don't want to fall in the pool.
Have a nice outfit on.
Well, and she has to do her hair, and she has the cutest little hair. I actually need to see what she did with her hair. I meant to ask her this morning. I'm also thankful for Uriel, who let us use his blacklight story. That was a good one. He's my friend. I'm really excited about him. You think anything else you're thankful for?
Oh, I have many things. Dinner. I was thankful for our dinner. It was very good.
Thank you for cooking.
Thank you. I was thankful for having leftover stuff from yesterday's breakfast, like the potatoes and stuff, like the cheesy potatoes that I made. So today's breakfast was super quick, and I
never eat my potatoes or my bacon.
No, you didn't.
Do you save them?
I saved them. Yes, I believe I did.
That spot.
Yeah.
Do you have another thing?
I have another thing that I got to go in the pool after I was done with my stuff. And just before dinner, we went in the pool, and I'm very grateful for my wife's little tank top that she wears in the pool that doesn't cover much.
Covers nothing. Yeah. I am thankful for the yummy organic pears that we have. They were on sale at Publix. Buy one get one.
Yes, yeah.
So
they're right at the good ripe portion right now.
Yeah. So I gobbled one up, and there was literally when I was done eating,
she ate it like those like the gorillas on Gorilla Tube.
There was
everything but the stem. It's like nothing left.
There was this much left of the pear when I was done. That was it. I ate everything.
Yeah.
And it was good.
Bottom,
so I just need to remember that they're
sides.
there. And there's a mango on the table that I need to eat. But one thing I'm doing right now is I'm only eating during when the sun is up. Because I read something about both my it's a whole thing.
It's another Nurse Shark circadian rhythm thing.
No, I had read about human design and eating during the day, and I read about my hormone levels and eating during the day. And since the two meshed up, I was like, I might as well give it a shot. So the problem is that I take medical marijuana often at night, and then you get the munchies, and then what the fuck are you going to do? So I don't know. I was thankful for your cooking. I wrote that. And I was thankful. I'm sorry. My husband can't swim. Couldn't swim.
I still can't swim for sure.
That's not true. You just need to practice. He didn't know when he strokes. So he kind of goes like this, and he does that with his legs too. He just goes.
It's what alligators do.
So I just showed him go like this. and then do that with your legs. And he did it, and he was fine. He just needs to practice a little. And after 57 years of not knowing how to swim, you know how to swim. You just need to practice.
Apparently, the Jews make everybody swim.
I met a rabbi once. I was at a funeral for a Jew, with a Jew, all the Jews. I was the only shiksa there, and the rabbi I mentioned that my husband can't swim, and he said in the Jewish faith, parents, the Torah, I think it's the Torah, I don't know. So they have a Torah, but they also have other stuff. I don't really know enough about it to speak intelligence, but he said Jews have an obligation to teach their children to swim. So I really wish Doug's family was Jewish, so he would know how to swim. But you had a trauma.
I don't know if I remember it though. I don't know if it's trauma.
Well,
or
anyway.
It's
I will
just
say
laziness.
that I know you don't want to practice the swimming, but you're going to practice the swimming just like you practice the guitar, and you will overcome this as 57 years old. Because here we are trying to be.
I think I'm about as good a swimmer as I am a guitarist. I think I'm just,
That's
I
not
just
true.
flail around.
You just have to practice.
Oddly.
And you need to be a role model to your children, particularly
They can
when
swim good.
You have a special needs child who has at every fucking turn in his life overcome obstacles.
He's much better
How the
of a
fuck
human than me.
are you going to just give up on trying to swim? I want you hanging onto the side of the wall of the pool and practicing your leg motion. You can do it, and you can swim.
This is marital hate, folks.
Whole length.
This is what marital hate
whole
looks
length
like.
of the pool, not swim to here.
I like it better when you're talking
Swim
about
back.
buttholes and things.
Somebody has to kick your ass.
Although we do have, I did make for Mother's Day, I made the banana pie for Stacy. That was delicious.
Banana pie is good, but it does have sugar in it, so I shouldn't be eating it.
What sugar does it have? Oh, the sugar that it's made out of.
The sugar
you
that
start
it's
with
made
3
out of,
tablespoons
and the
of sugar.
sugar in the graham cracker crust.
And the sugar in the bananas.
So I'm grateful that you swam. I'm grateful that I've been feeling like really optimistic. And I'm also, I just wanted to read in the comments here. Charlie is grateful for living in the backwoods so he can sunbathe in the nude. And yeah, I kind of do that here, but not really. You don't want to see Charlie in the nude?
Well, here's the thing.
He's going to scare the animals. Charlie.
I hardly have ever seen Charlie without his full-length jacket
and hat.
So I can't imagine why he would need to be tan because he's always
because he needs vitamin D. I don't know.
Well, he can explain that later.
Optimistic, but anyway, Jeff was saying that he's always listening to something on YouTube, music, documentaries, whatever, when he's engaged in house husbandry.
Yes, exactly.
So any episodes that you may have missed of the Marital Hate podcast, you could certainly listen to those.
Or you could do like JFK assassination, something about Elvis.
RV videos.
RV videos are pretty good.
Jeff said that he's grateful that his wife Lisa said she'll make banana bread as soon as the bananas are ready. I think I have some bananas in my freezer you can have. Oh, do we have any rotten bananas sitting on the counter? We usually do.
We have we may have one left, but I need it for my potassium intake. Thank you.
We're gonna actually eat it?
I'll eat it. Yeah. I think we have one left from after making the pie. But way to go, Lisa.
Charlie says if a slender man like himself can swim, so can he. I am, and my final thing that I am grateful for, and I am always like super grateful for, I think about it all the time, is how grateful I am for all of you guys. You fucking rock. We love you. Like, we appreciate you so much. We do it for you. We do it with you. And we can't stop thinking about you.
And when we do it, we think of you.
I think about the podcast pretty much 24 hours a day. So yeah, when we do it, I think of you.
I will say this: we have the new platform. We're getting on all the platforms. So we've reached tonight. We reached 10 viewers at one point. I'm sure a few of them were accidental. Like, oh, what's this? Oh, this sucks. Then they go away. But we had good numbers tonight for viewership, and we appreciate it.
And we love the engagement. We love that you guys were here. I'm trying to remember everybody. I know Uriel's here. He's watching on YouTube, but he's quiet. Todd is here. We're so thankful for you. Lila's here. We're thankful for you. And we're thankful for you. Pam, we're so thankful for you. Charlie, Jeff, we love all of you guys. Who is there anybody I'm missing? Charlie, Jeff, and Todd. Todd said something. He said it was amazing. Yeah, so that's all of our friends. We are just.
And then there's all the people that don't comment. So
we don't know who they are. I can't. You know what? That's okay. You don't have to always have something to say. You could be a lurker.
A lurker. That's what you are. I hate lurker.
We appreciate you. We love you all. And we're going to be here again tomorrow and the day after that and the day after that. And we will not be here again on a holiday until Father's Day, I don't think.
Father's Day.
Father's Day, because that's a tough one for some people too.
Yeah.
And Doug's kids will not be here for Father's Day, but they are coming right before Father's Day, so that
Yeah.
would be nice.
So we'll have Doug Wally again.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, I don't want anybody celebrating on my account, but that's
You don't
fine.
want anyone celebrating on your account.
No,
You're being
your father,
ridiculous.
big whoop.
Yeah, no, you should celebrate that, and fathers should be celebrated. Fathers should be celebrated for their contribution, and you should certainly be celebrated. You're a fantastic father, despite your shitty example of practicing swimming. Those kids can fucking swim.
Well, they didn't know it was shitty until you just told them on the podcast. So thank you for that.
I'm very direct with your children. They're
You're direct with everyone.
I'm direct with everyone, but your children are not idiots, and they see you for who you are. They are grown-ass men, and for a period of your life, you think your parents are perfect, and then as you again get horny and need to not have incest, you think your parents are idiots. And you know what? It's kind of like, yeah, you're being an idiot because you're a teenager, and that's just kind of the way it goes. Sorry, we were all idiots too. Don't worry about it. But also, yeah, you realize that your parents are human too. And it's so funny to me because there's especially when you're talking about Mother's Day and Father's Day, there's a lot of people out there with anger and resentment toward their parents. And it's like, dude, what's holding on to that doing for you? Like, accept that they're a person who makes mistakes just like you do. And yes, they should apologize for those mistakes. And I don't want to, like, I'm not going to name any names, but I have a very good friend who is so brave that he can admit his flaws as a parent. And like, it's something I have so much fucking respect for. Like, I cannot respect you more than someone who can admit their fuck ups. And I know that that's something, you know, Charlie's actively involved in AA. That's part of the 12 steps, is owning your fucking shit. Just do it. And I know it sounds crazy, it's hard or whatever, but I'm telling you, you will feel better. That's why they do it.
I think they probably phrased it a little different in the AA handbook.
No, they say take a personal, what is it? A personal account? A personal something. I don't know.
Maybe we should.
It does feel like you're hanging out with us, and I wish you were here with us. And I'm so proud of all you guys, and I love you all so much. And just really proud of you. And I'll see you tomorrow, hopefully.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
And the next day, and the next day.
Whenever you need us.
We'll be here. Bye.
See ya.
End broadcast.